It was once believed that to be literate, an individual had to have the ability to read and write. However, in the 21st century, our society is rapidly changing and our ideas about literacy are expanding. This means the concept of being literate changes too. Our society is now a fast-paced, multidimensional and digital environment. Kalantzis points out that traditionally being literate was being able to follow formal rules, having dry facts, and using mechanical skills. Students would be in training from an authority using a passive manner. However, with new technology being introduced into the world means new skills are being taught and used. Students are now active and participant in their educational learning. They are learning and acting upon real issues that occur in the world. Students are able to have personal and social transformations. Warshaw suggests that having the skills in digital and visual literacy will greatly benefit an individual in the 21st century. The internet is causing drastic change in the way individuals study, communicate, work, entertain, and conduct everyday life. Our communication technologies are combined between our institutions and our human lives, not separately. The Australian Literacy Educators Association defines 21st century literacy as having the skills to identify, interpret, understand, communicate, create, and actively participate in innovative ways to decipher meaning and express ideas of multimodal texts. To remember with all these different types of literacy is that they are all linked together. When we go onto the internet, we don't go into cyberspace, or when we read a book, we don't go into print space mode. These different types of literacy are all connected, not separate categories. Our social worlds are forever changing and growing, which isn't always a negative thing. Students need to be kept up to date with the growing technology and skills. Belenka and Brand suggest that educators need to transform their teaching practices and change the school environment to successfully teach students to be able to be critically literate in the 21st century. Educators need to teach students precise skills to help develop their literacy. These precise skills consist of setting goals, managing time, engaging in learning, participating in a team, prioritizing work, and focusing on producing results. These skills are not aimed to just be used in the school environment. These skills are also greatly benefited throughout their social world. Technology is a major influence on how the 21st century literacy has changed. Students need to be able to maintain the social skills while also using technology. Technology is now second nature to most students as they have been born into the world where technology is surrounding them throughout everyday life. Students are greatly benefited as they are able to appropriately switch between individual worlds when needed. Some literacy skills aren't needed at school, however may be needed in another aspect of their social world. This critical skill is needed to be taught to students so they can effectively switch between different roles they are in. Students are able to switch between different roles when experiencing different situations. Belenka and Bratz suggest that not only has the skill of being literate changed, but so has the role of the teacher. The teacher's job was once believed to just teach, and the job of students is just to learn. However, there has been a positive shift in the traditional culture of schools to professional learning in schools. Teachers are not able to teach without students wanting to learn and participate. If students do not want to learn, then the teacher is just presenting. Learning is the purpose of schools and education. 21st century literacy needs to be incorporated into schools and contexts. Most schools should have sources of technology for students to use to conduct school-based work on. This can be easily incorporated using iPads, laptops. Resources of different apps are a great source. These resources are able to develop the students' skills of being literate in the 21st century. Having the skills of being literate in the 21st century greatly benefits students within the school environment and their outside worlds.
Created using Powtoon.